Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas Eve. Hey, Sean.
G'day, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you? I've got my Santa hat on. I've got my jingle bells. Look at you. You've got your Christmas lights on.
Oh, I'm so bright and happy, right?
You are. Merry Christmas to you all. We are on the last day of our unboxing collab. Day 24. It's Christmas Eve. To go first today. Did you want to go ahead and ask the question and let everybody be thinking of it? Because I had to think really hard for this question.
Yeah, it's probably the toughest question for me too, but we were both curious as to which Christmas or holiday song is your favorite. Definitely let us know in the comments. And do you have an answer yet, Martha? Because I know we've both been struggling on this one.
Well, I kind of think that we might come up with the same one. We may have the same answer, and that's okay. Growing up, we would always, go to church on Christmas Eve, and there was so many Christmas songs that we would sing. And I was trying so hard to think about one in particular, and there's just not one in particular that really stands out. That's my favorite. I love them all because, the reason for the season for me, is baby Jesus. So that was very important to me and still is to this day. So any of the, Christmas songs that really, revolve around him. And then also I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He's my favorite too.
Fun one. Like you said, it's hard to narrow it down to a particular song, but I think I would say Hark the Herald Angels Sings is definitely among my favorites. But the other one that really resonates to me is The Little Drummer Boy, because it's one that I remember as a child. It's one that I always love seeing the kids participating. Because a lot of times at the church services I've been to, they give the kids little drums and they go around the church with the drums during the song there. And it's just always so wonderful to see the holidays from the viewpoint of a child, because it's always so magical for them. So I think those would be my picks.
I think those are two great picks. I love that. Good idea. Good songs.
Thank you. So it is day 24, which is an even day, and Martha's always open first on the odd days and myself on the even day. So I actually get to do it on the last day, which,
You do.
yeah, so that kind of worked out well. But I always put a special message inside. And today says, oh, I got the duplicate. It looks like be the person you want to have in your life.
Neat. Now I wonder if that was the same card. Did you get the same card yesterday?
Look now. On the days that you look, I don't really look at it. That's really naughty. Let's see. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on was mine for yesterday.
Okay.
Now maybe they would have been different orders. They probably weren't expecting us to do this together. Anyway, so for the final time, what color?
Red. Green.
I thought it'd be really cool if it was red and green, since it's, the last day before Christmas. But I don't, I don't know that they do a lot of reds in boutiques. So I think, the chances that are happening is remote. I'm going to go with purple.
Good choice.
This is the most interesting boutique I've ever seen.
Ooh.
I think this is an actual boutique.
You think it is, or you think it is not?
Do not think it is. It looks more like a cotton print.
It does.
Let me know in the comments what you think, because it just does not feel like the boutique prints. It looks like it's a screen print, which would be more a cotton print. So
right.
Maybe someone may, slip this into the wrong bag or put the wrong bag. Yeah, but it's a beautiful fabric. I love it.
I do too.
It was not what I was expecting to pull out. So, but it's definitely, it's floral, and I like that it's white and blue, and it's got some purple highlights in it here and there.
I think it's really, really pretty. I like that.
Very pretty. Yeah, I'm definitely going to find a good use for it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you think this is actually a boutique or not. I've been wrong in the past. So, but let's see what Martha has behind door number 24.
Behind door number 24, the inspirational message that you should have gotten. It says, "You only fail when you stop trying."
Well, there you go.
Yeah. You want to guess what it is?
Since yours is cotton, I think the red and green is probably going to be very appropriate.
No, but I don't think it's Tula.
Okay.
I don't think so. It's got unicorns on it.
Well, that's really neat.
And it's got clouds, the 2 unicorns, arrows, stars, all kind of stuff.
Does it have the selvage on it?
No, no selvage.
Okay, so for our pattern, our fabric experts in the comments, please let us know where it came from. Like you said, I don't think it's Tula's. It is kind of Tula-esque, but I don't think it's one of hers.
No,
But
because
it
hers are more bright and vibrant, and this one's a little bit more. It's bright, but it's more muted. You know what I mean?
not quite the same, but it's a
Yeah.
very, very, very pretty fabric, and I'm very
It is.
interested to see just exactly what you got to do with this in the coming days or weeks.
I can't wait. So we're on Christmas Eve. So what are you all doing tonight? It's Saturday. The night before, I remember when my daughter was little, I had to shut a bedroom door and work on some projects and get things ready for the next day. But she's not little no more. What are you going to be doing?
We actually have a pretty cool thing that we do here in our house, because the tradition, like we've talked about this before, Australia is really hot and summery, and our Christmas dinner in Australia, in our family at least, tended to be like cold cuts, and we made sandwiches and that sort of thing there. So on Christmas Eve, we started this a couple of years ago. We have like an Australian style Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, and then we have a more traditional American meal on Christmas Day. So we'll be having our deli meat, our cheese. We'll make sandwiches and chips, and that sort of thing there for our Christmas Eve dinner to replicate what I remember as a kid. And then we'll have our traditional Christmas dinner tomorrow with our ham and all that goodness.
I like that. So why would you have the sandwiches? Why was that so special on Christmas Eve?
Because we
Or
just
Christmas Day?
well, it was very hot, so we didn't and we didn't have air conditioning at our house or my grandmother's house where we usually had spent Christmas Day. So we tended to keep the meal where we didn't have to heat up the oven and that sort of thing in the kitchen, because it just got way too hot.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, with you making cold cut and have cold cut sandwiches and having chips and stuff, that definitely does not heat up the kitchen, and it's easy and
It is.
simple to put together. And it gives you a chance to, for whoever's in the kitchen cooking or putting all that, preparing the food, they're not going to be stuck in there for hours on end. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and that's what we always did, and we just thought it was a really neat idea to do that Christmas Eve, so that way we get both cultures. And I think it kind of started from when we had our first exchange student 3 years ago. She was from Poland, and Christmas Eve was a huge deal to her and her culture in Poland. And we did like a Polish Christmas Eve. Here we did all the stuff that she was used to at home, and that was so special because we got to experience her culture.
Wow.
We kind of just continue that on and just do the Australian thing. If we get another child where Christmas Eve is very special to them, we'll ditch the Australian thing and do theirs. So we'll just we'll play it by ear from year to year.
I never really thought about that before. On Christmas Eve, I'm usually preparing the dessert for the next day, so I don't really take a whole lot of time to make anything really big on Christmas Eve. It's more like, okay, what can we get done? Get on on the table, get it in our bellies, and keep moving forward.
Exactly.
Sean, this has been an absolute pleasure. doing this collab with you. I appreciate you so much coming on board with me and doing this with me. And I have had so much fun. I'm so thankful for you for doing this with me.
It's been my pleasure. It's been a lot of fun. It was a good way for us to both enjoy this product. I mean, I've immensely enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to going through the fabrics over the next little while and figuring out what project I'm going to make with it. And it's been fun having someone else to open it with, because it's great opening stuff by yourself, but it's always more fun with a friend. So thank you, for coming up with the idea and jumping on board with me on this.
Thank you for being willing to do it with me.
Um,
It's been fun.
yes.
So I guess the next step is we just got to figure out what we're going to do with our fabrics, figure out, with the patterns. Maybe we'll make some videos in the new year with,
Yeah, I mean, that's good. Why don't we do that? Why don't we sit down, figure out what we got to do, and then maybe we can come back and say, hey, this is what our plans are, and go from there.
and I'd love to see, if you got the cotton cuts boxes, what are you doing with yours as well? Let us know what your projects, do you have something in mind already? Or is it something that you got to think of too soon? So with that, Sean, thank you again. I hope you have a Merry Christmas tomorrow with you and your family.
Sure, I will, and you too.
Thank you. And if you happen to be traveling, for the holiday, or you're already traveling, safe travels to you. Hope you get to your place and you have a wonderful time with friends or family, or if you're spending it by yourself, do something special just for you on Christmas Day. There's all kind of things that we can do just to take care of ourselves and take care of our loved ones. So without further ado, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Good
We'll see you
night.
soon. Bye.
Bye.